What's up, idols? It's Cece. Let's 3. Welcome back to my channel. So it finally happened. If you guys remember, I made a video back in like September where I said it is very possible that I might be getting sued soon because I was getting threats. This one actually caught me a little bit by surprise because I haven't heard anything since late August, early September, and till now, because now I finally heard something. I told you guys I would update you if anything else ever happened with Teamy Blends, so here we are. First of all, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a little synopsis over what it's been like working with them and my experience with them. It was great at first because they paid very generously and I really liked the green tea mask. So I did a video for them back in January 2021, and the first problem arose when they told me that once the video was live and after they approved it, I would be paid. Like, send them or email them the unlisted link, and once they like it, I can go live and I'll be paid. So we were talking about this for a few weeks back and forth, and then suddenly once the video goes live and I was like, hey, just want to let you know the video's live, I got an email back, like an automated email. You know, when you send an email to an email that doesn't exist, it'll be like a failure domain thing or something. So that's what happened. I was like, that's sus, you know, like I've been talking with you for days, no problem, and you made sure I got the product and everything. You've been very friendly, and suddenly I can't get in touch with you. So I thought maybe I mistyped something, I thought I misspelled something, and then I finally went on the Teamy Blends website and just went to contact us and try to get in touch with someone else, and they let me know that the girl who was corresponding with me had just recently been let go. She was fired, so that's why her email was no longer valid. So they put me in communication with someone else, and she was great. Everything was fine. So much, in fact, I did a video again in March of 2021. But bro, this was far from the beginning of our issues working together. Like, oh, this is the worst experience of like a collaboration or sponsorship I've ever had. After that, it wasn't until like last January that I even heard from them again. And this time they were offering me a 6-month deal. So I was like, oh, that's lovely. And they wanted me to try more than just the green tea mask. They had cleansers, they had an exfoliating mask, a serum. I was really excited. I was like, ooh, skincare. All right, let's go. I will say this is a time when I noticed communication was a little weird. I would maybe have like a few questions that I would send, and I would get one email answering just one of the questions. So that was one a day. I only got one email a day. And she told me if there was ever an emergency, if I ever really needed to talk to someone, to email her supervisor, David. So that's funny. I could never reach him. Over the course of several months of trying to get all this situated, I got one email to him, one response, one time. Despite sending like at least 10 over the course of a few months, I heard from him one time. So it was a little triggering when she's like, oh, you know, when you can't reach me, reach David. And I'm like, I have not heard from David in months. Like, please stop telling me to contact this man. So after the first video, it was my bad, and I assumed that it would be like payment would go out the same way the first 2 videos did, where as soon as I sent them the unlisted link and they approved it, I would get paid. But in the contract, it did say net 15 days. So I emailed David, and this is the one time I got a response from him. He said, going forward, just understand that net 15 days means 15 days from the time this video goes live. 15 calendar days. This is very important for y'all to remember because she tried to play me later. So they say, you know, this is the first time, so we'll go ahead and pay you early, but going forward, just remember net 15 calendar days. I was like, okay, cool. Thank you so much. So that was March's video. The first one of 6, it was supposed to be 6 total videos over the course of 6 months. And then April came along. They told me they were having issues with their PayPal, so payment was going to be a little bit late, and they apologized. And it ended up being like 19 calendar days that I got paid. And then May, I went back to Korea, and I needed those funds because the flight wasn't cheap. And they actually paid me early. I was like, oh wow, it's only been like 3 days. Thank you so much. The summer is when things started to get fun. June is when emails would be like days and days apart from each other. If I had a question, if I was asking stuff like, should I reuse, like, do you want me to make another video? Is it okay to use the mask again since that's my favorite, or should I show all the products? Days without a response, and I'll finally be like, you know what, whatever, I'll just do the mask because that's my favorite. And then she's like, yeah, that's fine. I'm like, well, I'm glad it's fine because I already filmed it. So we get to June. I send them the video. She's like, great, thanks. And I said, I just wanted to make sure this is all submitted to payroll and everything's going to be fine. She thanked me for my effort and said, yeah, you know, thanks. I'll send this over to payroll right now. And I was like, just making sure you know, starting today. So then the 15 calendar days goes by, and I emailed them again. I said, hey, it's been a while since, you know, the video went out and you approved it, so I just wanted to make sure, you know, it's been more than 15 calendar days. Is something going on with PayPal again? And then she had the nerve to respond with, as per our contract, please be advised that, or please allow for payment to be up to 15 business days. Business, now it's business. So I asked her, I said, oh, I'm sorry, did the contract change? Because over our previous correspondence, you told me that 15 days was 15 calendar days. Now you're saying it's 15 business days. Did not hear back from her. And then I finally got paid. I think it was like 20 business days later, I finally got paid. And if y'all were with me over the summer, you know that coincided with being demonetized, and it was just a messy financial summer. I emailed her and I said, hey, if we're gonna continue, because at this point I still had 2 videos left. I had to produce one for July and produce one for August. So I said, if we're still gonna continue with this contract, unless things change drastically, this has been a very unprofessional experience, very poor communication. And you know, you're violating the contract when you don't pay me in time. So like, unless things change, I don't want to work with you anymore. Can we talk about this? Can we terminate the contract if that's what it needs to happen? Didn't hear from her. I did not hear from her ever again. So I think after like a week, I said, I'm gonna take your no reply as termination of our contract. Still didn't hear anything. So then I made a video, because that's what I do. I'm a YouTuber. And I wanted to talk about the audacity of my experience. Like I've been doing YouTube for going on 5 years now. Holy crap. And I've never had someone pay me late. So I was just like, wow, like this summer's been a mess. This was the first time for everything. So yeah, I vented about it and I talked about it. And I wanted to explain how going forward, those videos, like there were some dedicated videos I did for them. And then there were some like mentions. So like it would be a little shout out in the video. Those unfortunately still exist, but I removed all the links, and if people wanted to buy it and be like, wait, Isis, where's the link? I wanted people to know I'm not providing the links anymore. Like I don't F with them as a company anymore. I unlisted, and that's important for why we're here now. I unlisted the dedicated videos. I just let that go. So the other day I was going through my videos and saw that, you know, I was like, I should just delete some of these unlisted ones. Like no one can view them anymore unless they have the link, and no one's watching it. What is the point? So I deleted the videos. And then I'm pretty sure I got what was like an automated email response saying, oh wait, I'm skipping a step. Sorry. So first, after I made the video calling them out, while I was in Thailand, I got an email telling me to take the video down, legal action, yada yada. So I declined. I did not take the video down, and I had not heard anything. So that's September, October, November, December, January, 5 months later, and here we are. And I was going through some unlisted videos because I did unlist those dedicated videos. And I was like, why do I still have these on my channel? I might as well just delete them. Like, no one's looking at them. No one can look at them. And I'm pretty sure what happened was, with a lot of these sponsorships and stuff, you have to keep the video live for a set amount of time. And it's usually stated in the contract. And if you don't, then there's a fine, legal action, yada, yada, yada. And for example, this Skillshare, I love working with them. Every time they send me a fresh link to put in the description, and they see that the video's gone live, like it's like it automatically alerts them that the video is now live, and that's how I know I'll be paid X amount of days from this day. So that link is how they track if people are using your link, if your video is live, how active it is, the engagement, things like that. So what I assume happened, because again, it's been 5 months since I heard anything from them, since I decided to finally delete these videos, I just got an email that said, in violation of our contract, you will be subject to fines and or legal action if you do not comply with the, basically saying like, if you don't put those videos back up, there will be consequences. So needless to say, it goes without saying, I am not going to do that. I'm not putting those videos back up. I can if I wanted to. I deleted them. When I do something they don't like, they respond. Like I said, I posted a video airing all this out. Please take the video down. And then this time, as soon as I delete those videos, you will be subject to penalties and fines and potentially legal action if you don't put the video back up. But when I asked them questions about like paying me late, poor communication, unprofessionalism, crickets. So this was just a little update. You guys were like, oh my God, like, let me know what happens. I hope nothing happens. I'm not worried because I kept the receipts. I have all the emails. I have everything with our discourse and our correspondence showing how unprofessional it was, showing me asking questions, them going ignored, showing how they tried to manipulate the contract to make up for their faults. So I'm not worried at all. It'll be funny if they really do try and do something, but as of now, they're like, there's going to be legal action if you don't put those videos back up. And I don't have them to put back up, so I'm not putting them back up. Even if I did, I would not put them back up. So I might be being sued, y'all. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you did, remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong.